part two of this. So the Dormen have ran off and left us the 5 Dormen. So we're in this club in Bolton, and these kids have come to the door, like I said, and started to try to attack us. I pushed him out the door. I'm coming back. Fuck off, come back. I'm not bothered. I was 20. I think I was up 24 at the time. I was fucking huge. So I'm proper training. I was training with John Blackhead on the pads every day. Training me. He was in the back alley in Queen Street and South Bank. You'd be up there training on the pads. And we were beating him. Steve Cole used to go sparring. I was sparred with Steve in the. He was a better boxer, Steve, but I only started learning to box properly with John and that. So I used to box with Steve Cole. I boxed with him, and then we had a few rounds in there, me and him, and John Dryden's pub, the Welly. So anyway, I didn't give a fuck. I'd fight anyone on the planet. These fuckers come back. So we heard this wow, screaming, whoa, whoa. We were like a chant of a gang, like a football match. And we looked out, there was about fucking 50, 60 of them. I thought, fucking hell, we're in trouble here. So I said, look, shut the fucking doors. So we've locked the doors properly now. Because there's still old people in here, like dancing and about and drinking and everything. So they've come to the door, and the other doormen have gone, like I said to you, they fucked off. So I said, get back. Because I knew they're going to get this door here, because it was only a flimsy door, wasn't a fucking big bolt out. So there was, like I say, about 60. Then you looked out, there was even more coming on the top of the hill. You see them coming down. So they've all come from a match. So these where we're at behind me, we went. It was like about 6 foot wide where we were stood, but it was like you could go at the back and it opened up bigger, like a bigger room. So as to get here, I got the people with us, like all the bar staff said, you get behind the bar now, in the bar, because in the bars, what they used to do, you could go behind the bar, in the bar, pull the shutters down. So I get behind there in case it kicks off. So I've gone there, they're crying and everything, they're frightened because they're all shouting and banging the door, and the door's broken. And they haven't rushed us. So I've got the tables and put the fucking tables in front of us, about 5 or 6 tables. So they've got to get over the tables and turn the tables upside down so the legs are sticking up. So we're awkward to get through them. So we're a bit like, you know, the cavalry. We sat there, circle the wagons, and these are all coming, these fuckers. So anyway, we stood there, and anyway, all the lads there, about 7 or 8 on with us. And then a couple of 2 or 3 glass cutters come out and helped us, young lads, bless them. Anyway, these fuckers, what they've done is, there's loads of people who ran out the club and they left the drinks on the tables, but there was still people in the club. So anyway, so they got the glasses, they started throwing fucking, like, you know, it was raining glasses and bottles, because people used to have bottles in them days. They used to have fucking bottles of bottle of bud and things like that. So all these fucking bottles will come to us. They'll do this with it. I said, don't get a chair. I'm like, the fucking, we grabbed the chairs and put the chairs in our head. So the chairs are coming over so you can see through the chair. You can just go and push the chair in front of you if the glasses come towards you. So they were still like, say, 20 feet away. And we were in this, like a passageway thing, but it was a bigger behind us where the other people were at. So we all stood there like just fucking waiting for them. Anyway, there's stuff behind the bars, because the bar lasses and the bar lads who went behind the bar, they had stuff behind there, like, you know, like koshes and stuff for the dom, but them dom had left, so we got these. We've got like weapons in our hands now. Fucking come on, I'm saying, come on, and he's called, come on then. Anyway, they're fucking like school kids on the playground. So the next minute, all the glasses have come, and then they've grabbed fucking chairs themselves, they run towards us. The doors are big loads, like the big blade sirens come, and the doors, anyway, all the riot squad run, all fucking helmets on, all mufti squad, all the fucking riot shields and everything. And it was brilliant, like the cops had come straight into them, and they ran into the crowd of them, and they all went down one side, and then the other cops went that side, and then they all joined together. So they blocked us. So we're on one side here, and the cops are like that, right in a row, but they're not looking at us, they're only looking at them, because they know we're not causing the trouble. So they're looking at them and saying they're fucking like moving forward, and they're throwing things at the cops and all that, and the other cops fucking marching forward, and they're all, as they're going forward, they're pushing them out the doorway. So they've got them out because they've got riot shields and everything. So anyway, they finally got them out the door. And there's a big tall cop who was a local beat Bobby. He actually seen this trouble, and he'd phoned the police. They phoned the police to come through. I think the staff phoned them, so the police come. Fucking happy, we were over the moon. Anyway, the big tall Bobby said, "Oh, you all right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, it's that little fucking arsehole in the cinema thingy. It was that little cunt." He said, "Oh, he's the leader of them around here." He said, "He's the main one." He said, "I said, all the Dormans just ran off and left us," to the cop, because he was like, big tall cop, he had the big helmet on, he had one of them on. And he said, "Oh yeah," he said, "he's the main one." He said, "The Dormans ran away because what they do here, if they don't get in, they let them do with training and everything." He said, he said, the shit's scared of them. He said, because what they do is they just go around the fucking people's houses and smash all the cars up and everything. So it'd be like 20, 30 on the front, because they're all the council estates. but he's the main leader. That the little one who's pulled the Stanley knife on you. I said, yeah. He said, he's the main one. He said, everything he tells them to do, he does. They burn people's houses, cars out and everything. They're fucking terrible. I said, well, where we live in Stockton, in Middlesbrough, places like that, we see somebody like him, we'll wait for that fucker. And we'll go and find him, like my crew of my doorman. We'll go looking for them fuckers. We'll wipe them out, like the wrecking crew we did. One's in Middlesbrough, and one's in other places we've gone in and wiped them out. So that's them fucking finished. Because you can't work the door and let people walk over you. See, the worst thing you can do is let somebody in, because once they're in, it's hard to get them out. And another thing is, if you're letting somebody in a club and there's a big fight, people don't come back. They walk out and they never come back to when they see a fight. So the best thing you've got to do is try and stop them at the door. So we did that. I pushed them out the door, shut the door, and they broke the door in. They've come in. But yeah, that was another little story. But nobody got hurt. I think somebody got like a bit of mark on their face, like a little cut. That was it. But nobody. And all the bar staff were over the moon. All the young girls, all the fucking young lads were fucking shaking. And we got on the bus. It said fucking. Anyway, we got back to ours, Henry Africa's, and we all got in our cars now because we left the cars there. A lad called Jacko from Grangetown looked after the cars for us while we were there. Anyway, we got back late, and we went back the next night. I said anyway. So they started this gay theme up in the bar. 6 weeks it lasted. It shut down. No one was going. All the people were going, oh, fucking watching men dressed as women, and that's them. Their opinion. They didn't want to see all that type of stuff, and didn't want to see all young lads holding hands and all that stuff. So they were like not ready for it, if you know what I mean, for that area. So it's not me being horrible. It's just that some things don't work. It's like having a football team, innit? And you win, and you change two players. And why the fuck did you take him off when he's got 8 goals in the last 2 games? Or so it's a bit like that. So anyway, it got took in the end. It got shut down. I think Higgins Security got it. I think it was something to do with them. Big security firm from London took it over, and it just shut down after we stopped working. They got it, and no one went because they didn't like the doorman because we're from out the area. None of the staff none of the people like the staff. None of the staff were the same. They all changed them all. So none of the people in the area. So the pub shut down completely. So then it opened as the Rafe, the Coliseum, which I'll tell you the stories about that next time. Okay, thanks for listening to me. That's part 2.